It all started from Solang, our start point for the Patalsu summit trek. We gathered at the Solang Valley, packed our lunch, clicked some pictures, and started marching with a lot of excitement and energy. As we reached the first hurdle of the trek, the Rikti Solang Bridge, everyone started sensing what was next to come. Each one of us crossed the dangling wooden log bridge one by one as we started our climb up to the Solang village. We crossed in between huge mustard farms, with Solang Valley now behind us. The steep gradient of the climb soon started showing on some of our teammates. We were doing great, considering few of us were trekking for the first time. As we reached Solang village, the trek league briefed us on the trek plan for the day. We got to know all the stops for the day as well as the lunch and final destination. As we marched ahead of Solang village, we soon started getting a glimpse of the higher Peer Panjal range. High snowy and rocky mountains started filling the skyline. Our team had trekkers from 8-year-olds to multiple senior citizens. Everyone seemed enthusiastic. Soon, everyone started feeling the incline and took short rest breaks as directed by the trek leads. Around noon, the group was divided into multiple mini groups, each led by an experienced trek lead. We all felt relieved to reach our spot for the lunch. Each of us opened our lunch boxes, provided by the Boots and Crampons team, and finished it in no time. We were tired after all. As per the plan, this was also the time for the introduction. Each one of us introduced ourselves to the larger group. We had corporate professionals, college students, school children, housewives, business folks, yoga teachers, photographers, and not to forget some really experienced trekking leads in our team. After wrapping up our lunchtime, we headed towards the destination for today, Sagaduk, our base camp for the Patalsu trek. The climb started appearing tougher and tougher by the step. Everyone was asking our trek leads, how far are we from Sagaduk? Our trek leads made sure everyone was motivated enough and given the required push to keep going. After 3 hours of almost continuous hiking, we witnessed our first snow. While this brought a smile on all of our faces, this also meant a slippery ascent to Sagaduk. We made a human chain and walked carefully. With some occasional slip and fall moment, we eventually reached Sagaduk. It was beautiful. Our tents were already pitched by the Boots and Crampons team. We headed straight into our tents for some rest. After a short rest, we were called for tea time. We even hiked to a nearby ridge for some pictures. Here, we also got a glimpse of the famous Hanuman Tibba peak. We hiked back to our campsite before dark, where we participated in a mindful yoga session. This was a great relief after a tiring day. Some even offered to showcase their awesome hidden talents with the larger team. It was getting darker. Bonfire was created by the trek leads and everyone huddled up to keep themselves warm. It was getting colder after all. It was great to chit-chat on the activities that happened throughout the day. In no time, we were ready to gorge on our dinner. Hot meals were served in the dining tent, which had some really good options. After an early dinner, everyone went inside their tents for a tight sleep. It was acclimatization day tomorrow. As we woke up, we were greeted by a clear sunny morning. After a bed tea, we all gathered for yoga and meditation session. It felt great to stretch ourselves a little before we headed towards Khobi, the turning point for our acclimatization walk. We packed our day packs, had our breakfast, and left the campsite in no time. Again, the younger team members started leading the pack. Some of the elder team members had muscular pain from yesterday's hike. Thus, they kept a slower pace. Our trek leaders made sure nobody was left behind. Acclimatization is indeed very important for any high altitude summit. Making our way through dense pine forest, we kept climbing for another 3 hours. Everyone in the group was tired and panting with every step they kept. As we almost reached Khobi and could see the peak, everyone stopped to catch a breath and hydrate themselves. We could see 2 little girls kept walking continuously and chit-chatting with no sign of exhaustion. To which the trek leader shouted, "Where are you girls going?" "To the summit." They both replied together. The group was filled with laughter. As the trek name suggested, Patalsu Expedition, 4,200 meters for the beginners. The group accommodated trekkers all the way from southern India, western India, and northern part of India, with individuals between 8 to 60 years of age. This time, Boots and Crampons team was hiking up with a group of housewives who dished their saris and daily rituals for hiking gears, sleeping bags, and tents. Kids and teenagers who wanted to get a feel of Bollywood movies while climbing. With such a variety of generation hiking up together to conquer the peak standing tall behind the Solang Valley, the zeal and enthusiasm of the group never seemed low. At Khobi, we received a very intensive training session from the trek leaders, where we learned different skills required while hiking at high altitude mountains. We learned how to hold trekking poles, how to trek uphill, downhill, and traverse across the slopes. We also learned how to save ourselves during a fall on a snowy terrain. This surely helped us gain enough confidence for the summit day tomorrow. As the sun started to run behind the Dhauladhar range, everyone gathered around the evening bonfire with a cup of hot soup while clouds continued to take over the sky. The elders kept throwing all their questions about the summit to the team leader, which he patiently answered with adding some of his stories from the past expedition. The kids were busy diving into their new friendship by getting to know their favorite color, birthdays, best friends' names, etc. In the twilight, the conversation got deeper over the warmth of the bonfire, and suddenly it started to snow. A wave of joy and excitement ran through the group. While adults started to dance, The kids seem a little shocked to watch their parents acting like a kid. The first snowfall is always special, no matter what age you come to an encounter with it. As the night slides in, the valley went colder, silent, and white. After early dinner, everyone muffled themselves in their sleeping bags with the hope to leave for the summit in the morning. The night lingered longer than usual, but morning turned out to be a beautiful alabaster world. As if a snow fairy has waved her wand and turned the valley into a winter wonderland, wrapping campsite in a blanket of snow. Every pine and deodar tree were ridged in a foot of snow. It was cold and still snowing, so the team decided to descend back to the Solang village. But no one wanted to leave behind the beauty of the winter spell. As everyone started to walk, the adults struggled to keep every step in the downhill snowy terrain. Kids were just walking in a wonderland. Halting with their face up, tongue out, they were munching over the fresh snow falling from the sky. And the discussion over the existence of a snow fairy between the kids and the veterinarian of the group went long over the walk. Most of the team members reached Solang and were waiting for others. And suddenly, everyone started clapping. The oldest couple in the group reunited after their never-ending walk to Solang. With teary eyes, they warmed each other with their long hug. A rush of emotions filled the room, with everyone being happy to be safe. With the last group pictures taken, the team leader bid goodbye to everyone with his words of wisdom. Even though we did not reach the summit, but we have reached another level of heights in life. As Kristen Butler rightly said, sometimes you just need to talk to a 4-year-old and an 84-year-old to understand life again. We hope you liked our amazing journey to Patalsu Mountain. To experience it yourself, kindly reach out to the amazing team of Boots and Crampons.